Some hearts don't shatter with sound, they fall apart in silence. Daniel, 32, sits hunched, hood over his head, motionless on a worn bench. He looks like part of the silence. Daniel had become invisible. Not in the world's eyes, but in his own. The mirror had stopped showing him anything worth noticing. His life had thinned down to minutes and minutes to mere survival. He sat here every morning, not to breathe, but to avoid choking. Flashback, Daniel's apartment, night. Unkempt room. Takeout boxes. Dimming light. Phone buzzes, unanswered. He once built cities. Drew dreams in glass and steel. But now, even making a cup of coffee felt like lifting a building. Daniel, mumbling, "What's the point?" He deletes a text draft, "I'm not okay." Not even his sister knew. After their father died, she became the sun, he the shadow. Flashback, office boardroom, 1 year ago. Laughter. Applause. Daniel presents stunning architectural visuals. Before the fall, he was brilliant. Sharp. Respected. He designed for Skyline contests and TEDx talks. Until one project fell through, and with it, everything else. Ex-boss, coldly, "You're distracted, Daniel. You've lost your edge. Get some rest or step back." Elevator door closes in his face. Present day back to Daniel on the bench. Enter Lily, a 60-something woman, kind eyes, tattered sketchbook under her arm. She stops, looks at him, then quietly sits at the far end of the same bench. Lily, gently, "You don't have to talk. Just don't leave." Daniel, surprised, "Why?" Lily, without looking at him, "You look like someone who needs one person not to walk away." Beat of silence. Daniel gives a slight nod. Next day, same park bench, Daniel returns. She's already there. Drawing. Smiles at him briefly. Silence between them is less heavy today. Daniel, "You draw?" Lily, "No. I listen." Daniel, half smile, "Listen. With a pencil?" Lily, closing sketchbook, "My son stopped talking to me a week before he died. I missed every silent scream. Now I listen to strangers. Just in case." Grief had made her an artist. But not of lines, of moments. Series of days, montage. Daniel returns again and again. No pressure to speak. But eventually. He does. Talks about losing his fiancée. Talks about nights he couldn't sleep without holding a glass of water for no reason. Talks about how his hands shake when he hears construction drills, once his joy. Lily listens. Sometimes sketches. Sometimes just offers tea from her flask. In a world where people talk to be heard, Lily taught him to be heard without speaking. One evening, post-rain, Daniel shares a story. Park glows golden after a light rain. Lily listens. Daniel, softly, "When I was 10, I built a Lego city and told my dad it would never break. The next morning, it was shattered. I cried for hours. He sat with me, not fixing it, just sat. I think I've been waiting for someone to do that again." Lily, tearfully, "And that someone was me. On a bench I didn't even plan to sit on." Daniel's apartment. Later that night, Daniel opens his curtains. Dusts off a table. Opens a sketchbook of his own. Begins to draw again. Healing doesn't arrive like fireworks. It arrives like fog, slow, soft, unnoticed until you realize you can finally see. Next morning, Daniel arrives with 2 coffees. The bench is empty. No Lily. He waited 15 minutes. Then an hour. She never missed a day. But today, she was gone. Then, he saw it. Her sketchbook. Left behind. Daniel opens sketchbook, pages turn. Dozens of drawings. All of Daniel. Laughing. Thinking. Crying. Living. On the last page, a final sketch of him, sitting tall, shoulders no longer hunched, smiling at something unseen. Beneath it, "You came back to life. My work is done. Lily, thank you. For letting me save someone this time." Final scene. Weeks later, Daniel is now sketching buildings again at a youth center, guiding kids with anxiety. She didn't teach him how to build again. She showed him that he never stopped being the builder. And now, he builds people. Sometimes, the people who save us were once trying to save themselves. Light bulb emoji, moral, unexpected life truth. The human soul doesn't heal through advice or medication alone, it often begins with quiet company. A silent presence. Someone who sees the darkness and stays anyway.